Hey, what's going on, YouTube? So the time I'm recording this, there's about 11 hours or so before the Dragon Zone opens. Now, my KVK got a little foobarred this season. It ended up being a 3-on-2-on-1. One of our allies quit even before the season began, and so, a 3-on-2-on-1, the Dragon's really not going to be competitive. We've known that since even before the season started. I think we are going to make it in the Dragon Zone. We had a great Zone 2 fight. We're having a great Zone 3 fight where our Zone 3's been invaded and we've been trying as best we can to defend it. We've lost one of the gates up here, but we're still holding the other gate, and we are under threat. But with this little time left, it feels like pretty likely that we are going to hold on to the gate in time to get into the Dragon Zone. Our ally is going to get in as well, but other than that, like, we're under no illusions about being competitive in the Dragon Zone. We're just in it to have some fun. There'll still be some other fighting, but this KVK wasn't exactly all it could have been. Next season we're supposed to get the Dragonfall system back, and that's the system where basically you sign up for the KVK, you get ranked either at A, B, C, D kingdom, and then you select your allies before you even get matched up. I'm a big fan of that system. I think it cuts down on Diplo wins. You also get to work with alliances that you know and trust that aren't going to flake out on you. And so I think that system is the best system they have. I think it basically eliminates the Diplo win problem. I also think it basically eliminates the unreliable ally problem. So I'm really looking forward to next season. Anyway, the thing I want to talk to you today about is the Rally Garrison meta, and specifically what pet you should use for it. Because that is a question I get a lot. And it really comes down to, do you want the Mossrock, like a maxed out Mossrock? Now, this isn't a maxed out Mossrock by any means, and I'm not convinced this is the right build for it, but this is what I've been trying. And so do you want a pet like this, or do you want a Moonbear? Kind of same story here. Hardly the best Moonbear in the game, but a pretty good one, not maxed out, but mostly 3 stars with pretty good stats. Which does better? And my answer is probably going to frustrate you, and it's I don't know yet, because it's hard to get a good direct comparison between the two. And the reason for that is the rally is just so much stronger than the garrison in the game right now, right? We're kind of in a similar situation that we were in when Gorish first came out, right? Because when Gorish first came out, what was the rally? It was Gorish Skogul. And when Gorish first came out, what was the garrison? Well, it was Gorish Skogul, right? And so you just Gorish Skoguled everything. Well, right now, Kuma is just so strong, right? His first skill is so good, and his fourth skill is also really good, particularly in a big contested rally garrison fight. And so, Kuma's not a rally hero, but he works particularly well with Lei Quan, and Lei Quan obviously is a rally hero. And so these two together are just like, they're the newest heroes, they're the strongest infantry heroes we've got. And they're because they're rally focused, the rally's just better, right? Now the Moonbears, you might remember, really benefits if your heroes do rage skill damage, and Kuma himself does no rage skill damage, so he's not great for the Moonbear. But Lei Quan does a ton of rage skill damage, and so Lei Quan can essentially power the Moonbear up all by himself. And so rallies with these two and a Moonbear, they do fine, right? Right, and the Mossrock really wants your heroes to be gaining hit points during the course of the battle. And Lei Quan and Kuma obviously do that very well. Are Lei Quan and Kuma your garrison? Well, we've definitely tried Lei Quan and Kuma. Actually, Kuma Lei Quan as the garrison. I mean, it does okay. We've tried Magro as the primary using his garrison tree, because the garrison tree is very good. We've tried the old garrison, Magro and Danfell, something like that. Magro and Lei Quan. And basically, the results every time is like the rally trades positive, right? That's true when we're doing the rallying, and it's true when they're in the garrison. So it's my analysis right now that the rally's just better. And should you go with the Mossrock or should you go with the Moonbear? My answer to the question is pick the best rally or garrison you have right now, and that's going to include whatever best war pet you have, but it's also going to include the commanders you have. So a couple nights ago, we had a pretty good rally garrison fight against BNR. Now we had a pretty good defensive setup, and so even though we had this good defensive setup, we weren't able to control the field. And so you can see during the extent of this rally, like, BNR is controlling the field. Now, thankfully, thanks to the setup, we were able to reinforce the rally pretty regularly. But at the end of the day, BNR was also able to reinforce the garrison. And so, hey, full credit to BNR. This was a really tough position to assault, and they had the commitment to get through, and they were able to save this bastion. But it's a really fun fight. I was really proud of my alliance members that were filling in during this time. So here's the final report here. Now this top line number, this includes a lot of splash, right? But if you look at the one-on-one fights, all the one-on-one fights, this rally was trading very positively. The other thing about the rally garrison is that when you rally something, the rally leader can never die, but the garrison, commander can die. And in a fight, this fight lasted more than 40 minutes. And, several times BNR had to change out their garrison leader. But very long report here with a bunch of different garrison commanders. And the rally always did well. It's not because we have some secret sauce here. I think it's really just because the rally is stronger than the garrison in the game right now. And hey, that's where we're at right now. I think this was season 14 for me, and this is probably my least favorite season of the game so far. I'm looking forward to next season. I'm looking forward to the Dragonfall system for the next KVK. And hey, that's all I got for you today. And until next time, you stay classy, Belron.